After more friendly looking animals in 31163 Playful Cat, we move on to something a little bit wilder. The 31165 Panda Family was one of the sets that I was most excited to see, mainly because it was the work of Aaron Newman, one of my current favorite LEGO designers, responsible for some of the nicest unlicensed sets of recent years, such as the Wild Safari Animals, the Forest Animals Red Fox, the Modeler Space Station, or the Interstellar Spaceship. In the description below, you can find a link to the full list on the brick set. This 31165 LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Panda Family contains 626 elements and a retail price of 40 euros or dollars, equivalent to about 6.5 cents per piece. As usual, it allows you to build 3 models, not simultaneously, all representing an adult animal and a baby from the same species: pandas, orcas, or killer whales as you prefer, and penguins. These are animals that possibly, with the exception of the panda, have not been represented in brick-built LEGO constructions that often. However, there was a polybag before Creator, of course, with mini models for the 3 animals, namely the 30641 Panda Bear from 2023. For me, the panda has a special meaning as it reminds me of one of the first cartoons that I can remember as a child, the Panda Tau Tau, a German and Japanese series that aired in several European countries and which portrayed the life of a mother and a panda cub and the stories his mother told him. Among the alternative models, I don't know which one has fewer pieces, so I'll start with the one that is least appealing to me, the penguins. Not because it's bad, but just because I really like the others. The baby is built in shades of grey, just like in real life. It is a simpler model with some mobility in the wings, since it can rotate full side, and neck, only on the sides. As for the adult penguin, you can move its neck up and down, almost touching with the beak in its chest, which looks so funny. But because of this, there are a few gaps in the chest and back, but it doesn't interfere with the final look. Still on the back, I really like the textured effect resulting from the mix of studs with smooth pieces. There's also a small base with water and ice, where the smaller penguin can stand. As you can see, the remaining pieces are a lot and very useful. The second model ends up being my favorite one, perhaps because it's not seen Lego-wise as much as the panda. A family of orcas in which the baby is small and has few parts, but is facially recognizable and very flexible considering its size. The fins, despite being somewhat bulky, are at the same time cute and have become one of my favorite details. It can be placed on a base with some corals and held by transparent bars, with a little yellow fish in the middle to join them together. The adult model is phenomenal. It is divided into 4 segments, giving it the perfect shape that can be molded to convey the idea that it is actually swimming in the ocean. The mouth can be open a bit, and the only detail that I don't like to see so much is the dorsal fin, which seems a bit exaggerated in height and which looks a bit strange when viewed from behind. Like its smaller version, the orca is suspended on a base full of corals with all shapes, forms, and colors completely different from each other. And just like with the penguins, the remaining parts after building this model are many and all excellent. Finally, the main model, the pandas. And they are extremely cute, just like the real ones, right? The baby is a bit more bulkier than the other models, a result of its small size probably, something that is not very visible on the front, but more on the arms and back. Still, it has excellent details like the eyes and ears, the cute belly, and the lower paws with the flesh-colored pads. In one hand he holds a small bamboo stick, and there is a small rocky area with more bamboo canes and flowers. The adult panda, on the other hand, is quite large and, like the baby, appears sitting and holding bamboo, although in this case is a large cane. The construction is based on a lot of soft snot, with the different sides being covered with smaller builds full of a mixture of a smooth, rounded, and rocky elements in order to simulate fur. The belly is perfectly shaped, as expected, and the lower legs also have pads, although in dark tan. The arms are not movable as the elbows, but only at the shoulders and wrists. The head is excellent, with the same detail in its size as a smaller model. The mouth opens slightly, the ears are also fluffy, and the huge toe ball allows good mobility. And like the penguins, because of this, there's a small gap at the back. But this being a display model, we'll only see if the animal is yet in a bad mood or grounded and facing its back to us. In conclusion, if you are a fan of this type of build and any of the free animals in particular, this is a great set to buy. And even if you're not a fan of it but are looking for good parts for your mocks, just like the 31163, this is an excellent source of elements for any type of build, especially those involving snot. As is often in the case of creator sets, the assortment of pieces is very good, and in this case it is full of useful elements in basic colors such as white, black, and some grays. There are a few pieces in other colors which are used to compose a scene in some models like the bamboo canes or corals, and are hidden inside the alternative animals. There are no new elements or elements that appear in any color, but some are rare and in appreciable quantities, such as the 16 brick round corners 2 by 2 and by 2 thirds in white. So, what do you think of this set? Are you thinking about buying it? What is your favorite model of the three? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you Lego and the Land for sending this set for review. Opinions on it are my own. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more reviews and speed builds of 2025 novelties in the upcoming days. And most importantly, play well.